Another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer from Refined Fool that I picked up in an LCBO purchase on their online LCBO delivery system. It's 5.7% alcohol. It's 70 IBU, which is a lot for 5.7% alcohol. This is Illiterate Librarian, and it says it's a Grapefruit IPA. Now, whether or not that just means it's a lot of Cascade hops and stuff like that, or if they actually use grapefruit, I don't know, because there's no ingredients list. What do we have here? This is a 650 milliliter bottle, which is smaller than their usuals. I believe their usuals are 750. I actually have one 750 left from Greg's last shipment for me over there. Stock us online. We started out as a foolish bunch of backyard brewers using propane burners and frozen hoses, and now we're a real-life nano brewery. And they're actually really good at what they do. So they do have that. They have a Rhino seal of approval. They are good at what they do. Now, I do notice that I did rinse this beer out, this glass out, but there's some head stuck to my glass before I get the big freak out. Again, I did rinse it out. There was no beer left. There was a little bit of head left on the glass. It was a nondescript Kolsch that I drank. So, hopefully, nothing. Hopefully. Oh, here. Yeah, nothing. I usually do a better rinse job than that, though. I mean, I don't normally have head left over. I was being quick. I got that creeper feel. I'm in my own basement. There's nobody here but me, and I don't have the light on the other side of the basement. I was over there rinsing the glass, and I just got that somebody's watching me feeling. I ran back over here. Somebody might still be watching me because I'm too blind to see that far over in the basement. Very, very filtered. Cannot see my hand, cannot see my hand, cannot see my hand. Well, there we go, right there. So, right there I can see the hand. Beautiful brassy color. Big, big head. Beautiful white head, making lots of tunnels in there. It's taken up a lot more room than it should. Not really much snap, crackle, pop. The head is not fading nearly as fast as it should. It's kind of doing the Duvel head thing, where it's sticking to the side of the glass a little bit, but it's making huge, huge burrows and stuff in there, where there's lots of space now. It just won't go away. So it's a good-looking beer so far. Through the head, all I smell is a little bit of sweetness. Let's do the bottle. Woo! That is, okay. Now, like I said, I love Refined Fool. I think they do a lot of great things. The nose of this beer is not really for me. However, grapefruit IPAs that I've had recently, at least, have mostly been a lot of grapefruit flavor hops. And it's not a hop that I love all that much. Smell, kind of medicinal. Kind of medicinal. You do get that like grapefruit, both pith and flesh, but it's very medicinal, a little sweet medicinal at that. Let's try it. I don't like the smell of it. I like the look of it. I really like what the head's doing. But I hate what the head's doing at the same time. Like, yeah, it's just not going away. But look at, I don't know if the camera can really see it. Really, the real head is right here. And all of this is just like a honeycomb of shit happening. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so I'll say this right off the bat. It's my least favorite of all the Refined Fool beers. There are a lot of Refined Fool beers that I have given in the high 8s, in the 9s, in the high 7s. Most Refined Fool beers have all been 7 and up. I think this will be the first one that I give a low mark Now, that being said, from that first sip, there is no fault in the beer. It's not the beer's fault, it's my own taste profile fault. I do not like the taste of this beer. I personally do not like the taste of this beer. But I'm not tasting butter, I'm not tasting boiled vegetables, I'm not tasting cardboard, I'm not tasting any off flavors at all. There's no sourness, there's no off flavors in the beer. So it's not the beer's fault. It's my fault. On the plus side, it's alcoholic and it's wet. And it looks good. On the negative side, the carbonation is very harsh. It's like it's very, very harsh. It's like chugging Coke or anything else. It just attacks your tongue. It's like pins and needles all over your tongue. Flavor, again, very medicinal, and much like very medicinal and very resiny. It has that sweet yet bitter medicine taste that you get from things like Buckley's and all that. It almost has that really sweet Buckley's flavor that goes into that pine needle flavor, but instead it's that really sweet Buckley's like syrupy flavor, and it fades into grapefruit pith, grapefruit rind, and pine needles all together. So I would rather drink Buckley's than this beer. Brandon and the whole crew over at Refined Fool, I love you guys. I hate this beer. I shouldn't say hate. Hate's a big word. There's a lot of beers I hate. I don't actually hate this one. I just don't like it. And I keep trying. I keep trying because I want to find some positives in the beer. I want to find something I can really say good about it. If you really like, there's a lot of American IPAs and stuff that come off with a lot of these flavors. It is a mixture, to me it's a mixture of Buckley's and chewing on a caffeine pill. So there are a lot of people I know that love that super resiny, take over the back of your throat, kill your palate destroying fucking shit beer. And I'm not saying this is a shit beer, I'm just saying palate destroying shit. There are people that love that palate destroying shit. And if you do, this beer's for you. However, I personally do not. I can say about 30 to 40 seconds after you've drank a sip, though, it does kind of leave a nice lingering, almost grapefruit juice taste on the back of your palate. So it destroys your palate for about 40 seconds, and then it's like you took a sip of grapefruit juice. It just has that little bit of sour, a little bit of bitter. That, I guess, is my one positive for the beer, other than that it's wet and alcoholic. Yeah, I can't do it. Oh, excuse me. And I don't want to say this because it's, again, not the beer's fault, but I think there might be some drain porridge in this beer. And it's, again, not, and that's not even the beer's fault on its own either. I mean, I'll try and finish this as I watch an episode of my show while my insomnia continues to keep me awake. But my fear is that even after all that, I'm still going to not finish it. And if I don't finish it in that 45-minute show, I'll just dump the rest of it. And so I'm worried that there's going to be some dumped. Again, to the Refined Fool guys, I'm sorry, it's nothing about you. It's me. I don't like this. And that's okay. I love a lot of your beers. I don't like this one. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do love this beer. And that's okay. I think you're a little crazy, but I'm a little crazy too, so again, that's okay. Tell me what you guys think of the Illiterate Librarian. I love the name. I thought I'd love the beer. Apparently I don't. I like grapefruit, but I don't like this. And that's okay. Out of 10 on it, I'd have to give it like a 3. I'd have to give it a 3 out of 10. I don't think I can drink the whole bottle. I think it's one of the beers that I can't drink the whole bottle. And I'm going to put it right at that line between I never want to drink this again or ever will, and I'd bitch and moan and complain if somebody brought it over. I'm putting it right in the middle of that, because if somebody brought it over, at least I'm sharing the bottle. I could probably do that. But for me personally, I don't see myself ever buying this again. I don't want to drink it again. I don't care to drink it again. It is what it is. If I go to Refine Fool, they have a lot of other things I can pick. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Greg. Wait, Greg didn't do anything for this. It was the LCBO. Thank you, LCBO. I should cap this and bring it back to the LCBO and say I didn't like it. See if they'll give me a...